وسلم من قرأها
ahir ve akıbetleri hayır ola. Amin. Vacib ahret evladı Resulü sağ güzel efendilerimizin sayın Enbiya-i Zam ve Resulü Fihan Haziratın Erva Şeriflerine Birimiz Bilal Habeşi radıyallahu anh Efendimizin Şeyhimiz SahibulSaif Abdulkerim el-Kibrisi Rabbani Hazretlerinin ve el-Husus bu caminin bahanesi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam mezzin kayınlarının ve kahve ehli imanın ervahı için Allah rızası için El-Fatiha. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen-nebî. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ.
Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed.
Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah, elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nestağfiru ve eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh. Ve eşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluh. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve sahabi tabi khulafa'ir raşidin mahdin min ba'di. Ve zemmeti ala tahkik. Hususan mihru alameti Khalifah Resulullah ala tahkik umara'l mu'minin Hazreti Ebu Bakr, Umar, Osman ve Ali ve ala baki sahabi tabi'in ridvanullah ta'ala aleyhim ecmain. Ya eyyuhal mu'minul hazirun ittakullah ta'ala ve etu'innallaha ma'allezine hum muhsinun. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Vessalatu vesselamu ala eşrafil enbiya ve murselin seyyidina Mevlana Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah, who is the first, the last, the manifest, the hidden, the one who has might and power over all things. All praises are due to Allah, who has honored the children of Adam and created the children of Adam to know Him and to worship Him. All praises are due to Allah, who has sent Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ as the guide to the straight path. May all peace and blessings be upon the pride of the universes, the master of creation, the sultan of the prophets, the intercessor of the day of judgment, the beloved of the exalted Lord Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ, and upon his noble family and blessed companions, especially upon the Khulafah Rashidin, Hazreti Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazreti Umar al-Faruq, Hazreti Osman al-Ghani, and Hazreti Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, we are in a very heavy month, the month of Safar, the month that curses fall down upon the heads of disobedient mankind. We must look to protection in this month from the curses that we are pulling down. We must take precaution from pulling the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What protects us from the curses? Hazreti Yunus Emre, Qadasallahu Sir, the perfect dervish, the friend of Allah, is giving us the answer. He is saying, Edep, good manners, is a crown given by the light of guidance. Wear that crown. and be saved from every curse. In adab, in manners, lies the safety for mankind. Not in knowledge, not in intelligence, not even in running to do good deeds, because if a man is knowledgeable, even if a man is intelligent, even if a man is doing good deeds, if he is not dressed with adab, if he is not dressed with manners, everything will fail. Imam Malik radiallahu anh, the Imam of Medina, is saying, learn good manners before seeking knowledge. Because without good manners, everything is corrupted. Without good manners, everything can become rotten. Without good manners, everything will not be in protection. Without good manners, even the one who teaches the angels, he can become shaitan. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us that example. Iblis was the most knowledgeable among the creation at his time. He was known as Azazil. He was not an angel. He was worshipping Allah non-stop. He was fighting against his own people for the sake of Allah. He had so much knowledge and he worshipped so much that he became the teacher to some of the normal angels. Yet he fell and he became shaitan. Why is that? Because he lost his manners in front of his Lord. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is recording the words of shaitan in the Holy Quran that we might take lesson. In Surah Al-Hijr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding us, saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And mention, Ya Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, when your Lord said to the angels, I am about to create man out of clay from an altered black mud. When I have made him and have breathed into him of my spirit, then fall down to him in sajda. So the angels made prostration to him altogether, except for Iblis. He refused. He refused to be from those who bowed down. Allah said, O Iblis, what is your reason for not being from those who made sajda? He answered, I am not one to bow myself to man, whom you did create from clay, from an altered black mud. Allah said, then get out from here, because you are rejected and cursed. And the curse shall be upon you until judgment day. Sadaqallahu azim. Understand this conversation. Iblis is rejecting the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For that action, his light was taken away from him and he was cursed and he became shaitan. Our Grand Shaykh, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Adil Hakkani, is explaining this incident to us further, saying, let us become people capable of understanding. Those with no understanding are beasts, they are animals. It is man who has understanding. The beasts, the animals, do not know for what they were created. Shame on you. You have learned all the filth of this world. What good is it? You have not learned about your Lord. What you need to learn is adab. Shaitan learned all things, but he remained without adab, that he would dare say to his Lord, I will not bow down. What great disobedience. Where were you? From high up in the seventh heaven, he was plunged into the depths of the pit of the seventh hell. In one instant, he dropped down into the depths. And why? Because he committed a breach of adab. The command went to the angels, take him down. He has become arrogant in my divine presence. He said, I am I. Who are you? I am the one sitting on this throne. May that throne be smashed on his head. Hit shaitan on the head. What became of him? Who was Azazil? He became shaitan. So it was one breach of adab that stripped away all of shaitan's knowledge, all of his worship, and turned him into shaitan. When we lose our adab, we also become shaitanic. And that is the reason that the world has also plunged into darkness. Shaitan is our enemy. And he is seeking to misguide the Bani Adam. And he misleads us through having no adab. When that adab is taken away, then man starts to follow the footsteps of Shaitan. What is Shaykh Maulana saying? Shaitan declared, I am I. He declared his existence. And in reality, declaring existence in front of Allah Jalla wa'ala, it is declaring lordship. La ilaha illallah. There is no Lord, there is no deity, there is no power, there is nothing that truly exists except Allah. But when man loses his adab, he forgets La ilaha illallah. He becomes like Firaun who says, Ana rabbukumul ala. I am your highest Lord. Man cannot be a Lord. Man is created as a servant. And when man tries to be a Lord, he becomes cruel and he becomes a tyrant. Whenever man has declared lordship, he has done the worst cruelties on the face of this earth. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the destroyed nations in the Quran, for us to know what happens when mankind declares lordship. Ad, Samud, Nimrud, Firaun, they all declared their existence and declared themselves to be ilahs. They were cruel to their people. They were unjust. They were tyrants. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala erased them and all signs of them from the face of the earth. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curses those who dare to compete with Him. He is saying in a Hadith Qudsi, pride is my cloak and greatness is my robe. And he who competes with me in respect of either of them, the one who competes with me for pride or greatness, I shall cast him into the hellfire. This world has become a hell because mankind has tried to compete with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mankind, especially 21st century mankind, has invented some technology and thinks that if we can compete with Allah. Mankind has invented rockets and launched them into the sky, saying in reality, we are invading the heavens. We are challenging the heavens. What is the difference between this and what Nimrud did, shooting arrows into the heavens? Mankind has become ignorant and arrogant. And for that reason, the world is turning into a hell. What is arrogance? Hazrati Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu an is saying, arrogance means rejecting the truth and looking down on people. This is the condition of mankind today. Perfectly. Everybody thinks they are right, and everybody thinks that they are the best. This thinking leads to destruction on every level. In the individual, it leads to his ego overtaking him and ruling him. It leads to cruelty and tyranny within the family. Society, which is comprised of families, also becomes unjust. Then the governments and the leaders, who are the essence of the people, govern with cruelty and tyranny, leading to the condition we are in today. All of this stems from one core problem: the breach of adab. Shaitan committed a breach of adab before Allah once. And we commit breaches of adab daily. Without adab, yes, society will fall. Mawlana Rumi Qadasallahu Sir is saying in the Masnawi Sharif, let us beg Allah for adab. The one with no adab is deprived of Allah's mercy. The one with no adab does not mistreat only himself, he sets the whole world on fire. Without adab, this is what is going to happen. With adab, the pleasure of Allah comes. With adab, the mercy of Allah comes. With adab, justice and civilization may be built. And our example of this comes from Rasulullah ﷺ and those who followed him. The reason for the coming of Rasulullah ﷺ was to bring adab to mankind. He said, I have been sent to perfect the good character. Having good manners makes a person beloved to his Lord. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, the most beloved of Allah's servants to Allah are those with the best manners. The Muslims who came before us, they had good manners. The Sahabe Kiram, the Tabi'in, the Tabi'in, the Salihin, they had good manners. The glorious Ottomans, they had good manners. They made adab into a science, and they became the experts of that science. Adab is not something that we can claim to inherit from them. Adab is something that each of us must learn, because adab is not according to what we think it is. Adab is according to Allah and His Prophet. Adab is the manners of the heavens. It is not something that we can claim to know without learning it. And adab is something that must be learned from those who have adab. The Ahli Zikr, it must be learned from a guide. Without a guide, without a Shaykh, there is no adab. That is why Imam Malik radiallahu anh said, my mother used to dress me with a turban when I was a boy and said, go to Shaykh Rabi and learn from his adab before you learn his knowledge. The one who has no Shaykh, he cannot have adab. And the one who does not have adab, he is bounding in the footsteps of shaitan. That is why Sultan al-Arifin, Hazrati Bayazid al-Bustami Qadasallahu Sir, is saying, the one who has no Shaykh, his Shaykh is shaitan. O believers, the foundations of this religion, it is manners, it is adab. The foundations of tariqat is adab. The key to the pleasure of Allah is adab. Adab Yahu. This is the wirid of the murid. And our Shaykh, SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim al-Kibrisi Rabbani, is reminding us about the seriousness of having manners, saying, think about a tree. The trunk of the tree and the roots are like a man's faith. The branches are like the good deeds that he is doing. The leaves are like the knowledge that the man has. What's the most important thing on that tree? The fruit. If you don't have the fruit, then why are you raising that tree? Spending time for nothing. So faith, good deeds, and knowledge must teach a man to give fruit, and the fruit is good manners. If you don't have good manners, then you'll be kicked away from the divine presence. If you don't have good manners, then the people who have good manners will kick you away from them, from next to them, or they will send you away, or if they cannot, then they will go away. Ya Rabbi, we're asking you, we are your weak servants. We are your servants without any adab, but do not kick us away. Ya Rabbi, keep us in the sohbat, in the association of the Ahli al-Adab. Ya Rabbi, protect us from pulling your curse and your anger. Ya Rabbi, let us to be pleasing to you. Ya Rabbi, keep us in the way of our Shaykh dunya and akhirat. Amin. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah lazim alazi. La ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayhi. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wal hamdu kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wal hamdu kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wal hamdu kulli shay'in qadir. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka kuntu minaz zalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka kuntu minaz zalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka kuntu minaz zalimin. Subbuhun kudusun rabbuna rabbul malaikati war ruh. Subbuhun kudusun rabbuna rabbul malaikati war ruh. Subbuhun kudusun rabbuna rabbul malaikati war ruh. Inna dina indallahi al-Islam. قام صلاة اللهم آمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله يا للسلام يا للسلام يا للفلاح يا للفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله